This is Wes, a sophomore from Wayne, Pennsylvania.
And this is Elijah, a senior from Atlanta.
And this is Tornado Talk.
Hey everybody, my name is Elijah Senior, and welcome back to the Tornado Talk.
And I'm Wes Spikerman, and today's guest is Sammy Barr, president of Keo Kio, freshman RA, and a member of Presley Dorm. Welcome, Sammy.
Happy to be here.
All right, before we get into Sammy, we're going to talk about some of the highlights of the week that we had here at McCallie. First off with baseball, they had a good win over Knox Catholic the other day, and
McCallie soccer beat the Patriots 7-0 varsity and 5-1 JV.
And since things are warming up here on campus, we're getting ready for Duck Day, which Sammy's going to get into a little bit later. But first, we're going to open with a little game of Quick Fire. Welcome to Quick Fire, a test of wits and speed. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, Sammy, so I hope that you, at this point, know the rules. Quick Fire. We're going to ask you questions. We want quick one-word answers, whatever comes to mind.
All right, Sammy, you ready?
Ready. Let's get it.
All right. What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Favorite movie?
Ooh, Fault in Our Stars.
Favorite water brand?
Aquafina.
Fastest faculty member?
Ooh, Mr. Carlone.
Funniest faculty member?
Can I say Mr. Carlone again? Is that all right?
Oh, yeah. Best year at McCallie?
Ooh, senior year.
Favorite McCallie tradition?
Oh, man, Duck Day. No
Oh,
question.
yeah,
No
Sam.
question.
There we go. There we
I
go.
love it, man.
Wow, that was a lot
That
quicker
was
than
good.
last time. That was a lot quicker than last time. That wraps up our quick fire. But now we're going to get a little more in depth with Sammy. We're going to be asking you a few questions really about your life at McCallie and your experiences with the community and really just the greater Chattanooga area and just things you've been involved in, things you've done, things you've been a part of.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
So, Sammy, let's start off with freshman year. How did you get to be at the McCallie School?
Oh, man. It's one of my favorite stories to tell. So I had never heard of McCallie. This be my 7th grade year, springtime, looking forward to summer, all the stresses that come with that 7th grade summer. And my headmaster is like, hey, there's this camp called CLC camp. We want you to go check it out. I'm like, sounds good to me. So come up here for 2 weeks and just fell in love, head over heels, the community, the faculty, and really everything McCallie had to offer. And then decided, hey, just send this, kind of see where the scholarship process goes, and 9 months later, here I was.
Yeah, and for a lot of the guys listening right now, could you explain what CLC is?
Absolutely, yeah. So CLC is McCallie's Character Leadership Community Summer Camp, and they kind of have two different types. There's the sports camp, which is, anyone kind of do it. It's a lot of fun. Then there's CLC camp, which is a little more focused and service-based. So it was a great fit for me.
Now, Sammy, let me ask you about Presley. If our viewers don't know, Presley is our freshman dorm, and Sammy is the resident advisor for Presley. So how is that going so far?
I love it. I mean, I knew since my freshman year I had one RA, Hunter Shank, and ever since I got to live with him and kind of go through that process, I'm like, this is where I'm going to be 4 years from now. So being able to kind of hang out with the freshmen, take them to lunch, just go in at 1 a.m., see them on their phones. I mean, it's a process I wouldn't trade for anything.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's it like being a freshman RA? I mean, obviously there's a lot of responsibility that you have to deal with.
For sure. Yeah, it's a really good balance, I feel like. I think second semester is one of my favorite times as an RA because you kind of get to chill. The guys have learned the system, and then you're into college, so that's off the table. And it's really just you're kind of taking this last lap and looking at them about to be ushered in their McCallie experience while you're on your way out, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. So with them being ushered into the McCallie experience, what's some advice that you would give your freshmen right now for their McCallie futures?
I would say first and foremost, enjoy it. That's the probably hardest part to do when you're in the middle of it, just because you're like, I got to get through this grading period or this week. Just try and slow down and realize how great everything can be. I'd say that stay on top of your studies. I've not been the best at that over these last 4 years, but we'll figure it out sometime in college, I'm sure. So, yeah, just slow down and then always stay ahead too.
Yeah, Sammy, just like you, I love second semester. I feel like it's a lot of fun events going on, particularly Duck Day. So can you talk about that and Keo Kio and how you're planning it and everything?
Oh, yeah. So I had never heard of Duck Day before I got to McCallie. Come springtime, freshman year, I still had never heard of Duck Day until my other RA, Will Klein, he was the president of Keo Kio, and he was talking about, okay, there's this thing called Duck Day. We can't tell y'all when it is, but it's coming up. And that began what I think is the favorite part of my McCallie experience, just trying to figure out when this Duck Day event is going to be. So for y'all that don't know, Duck Day is a day where we get out of school for the entire day, and there's inflatables, food competitions, just a lot of fun stuff, and you don't have to go to class or make up any of the work. So I think that's probably the favorite part for the students. This year I've gotten the fun chance to kind of plan it and see things from the other side. And so I think I may be one of 2 or 3 people that know the official date of Duck Day before it's announced. So that's just my favorite part.
Any chance you could, tell whoever's listening?
I mean, it'll be sometime before the summer starts. I promise you that.
That's not much of a hint, Sammy.
So you talked about planning Duck Day and having a pretty big role in kind of developing and figuring out what it's going to look like this year. If you could plan the ultimate Duck Day reveal, what would it be?
Oh man. I would think something with a video, something with fireworks. Those two kind of go hand in hand for me. I'd love to have some big celebrity here, like maybe Conor McGregor to announce it. I don't know. I'm just thinking Duck Day reveal, like all the things that you wouldn't think that you can just go one shot. Let's kind of get this all done and put it out there.
Yeah. And I mean the pyrotechnics. That's crucial.
Absolutely.
That's crucial.
Absolutely.
Sammy, so I know since it's second semester, us seniors, we're getting ready for college. So what's college looking like for you?
So I've been accepted into the University of Southern California and the film program there. I fell in love with that school
Sammy.
for my sophomore year since I visited, filmed a documentary out there, and I'm just so excited to head there in the fall. So.
And then again, kind of going back to this idea of advice for other students who are attending McCallie right now and who haven't gone through this application process, what are some things that you would tell them about the process and really about preparing your application to show colleges?
Absolutely. I would say first and foremost, start early, whether that be your sophomore, junior year, visit as many colleges as you can, kind of find out, do you want a more city, urban campus or more rural where it's maybe a lot more students out there? Figure out kind of the things you like, what you maybe want to major in. You don't have to have it down pat or anything. And then once that Common App opens on August 1st, just try and get some info in there. Fill out your demographics and whatever you can. And then once you're here, Mr. Kurtzman, our college counseling team, will help you through the essays and anything else you need. So it's a pretty easy process when you're at McCallie.
Man, Sammy, I love talking to you. I love having this conversation. I love the answers. And now we're about to wrap it up with a closing game of Guess That Teacher. All right, so I'm about to give you 4 facts about a teacher on McCallie's campus, and you have to guess who it is. You ready?
Okay, let's do it.
All right, the first fact. He helped rescue a kid from a car crash and put him on life force.
The second fact, he helped build the first McCallie Habitat House. He went to prom with his wife.
And Summer McCallie was in his wedding.
Mr. Wallen.
Whoa! How did you
question.
get that?
That's easy. Hey, Mr. Wallen and I go way back. We go way back.
That is
Sammy.
impressive.
That is very impressive. What the heck?
Mr. Wallen, you taught this boy well. If you are listening to this, Sammy gets extra ice cream next time because that is impressive.
A plus for that one, Sammy.
First try, I've never seen anything like that.
Appreciate it.
And boys, this is why he's the president of Keo Kio. He knows what's
takes
going
right
on.
here.
This is why he's going to USC.
He knows what's going on.
Man, Sammy, I love you, man. You know I love you ever
Yes,
since
sir.
freshman year. Great to have you on the show, man.
Appreciate it,
you've
boys.
been a
Appreciate
great
it.
mentor to me. I know I'm friends with your brother, and I don't know, our relationship I think has been great. Very inspirational. What you do.
Thank you, Wes.
So
Thank you.
I mean, just thank you. Really, thanks to all the seniors out there. Y'all have made this year amazing. I know it can be rough with COVID and not being able to have a perfect senior year, but I mean, y'all have done great. Y'all have coped with it, and I'm really excited to see where y'all go for in the future.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Well, that is it for this episode of Tornado Talk. Thank you, everybody, so much. Please, if you have any comments, any ideas to give us, we would love to hear those. And, leave us a little review. I only accept 5 stars, but, if it's a 3-star, I may or may not look at it. No promises.
Yeah, thank you, guys. And again, my name is Elijah Senior. I'm a senior from Atlanta.
And I'm Wes Spikerman, a sophomore from Wayne, Pennsylvania.
And thank you for joining in on Tornado Talk.
This hosting down.
That was kind of